that, in fact, what we'd recovered were objects that did not originate on the face of this planet, and that we, the governments of the world, many of the governments of the world, out of necessity, have had open contact with our visitors for many years.
One of the biggest secrets, Cliff, and you know this, is that so much of the hardware that we recovered was not just UFOs. Some of the ships we recovered were time ships.
Oh, absolutely.
Because when you travel in space, you travel in time. And most of the hardware that we've got, and that really blew our minds when we realized that those things were designed to travel in time. And as I said to some of the people here this afternoon, I'm still trying to come to terms with that.
I need to send you some CDs.
That they can manipulate time as well as manipulate matter. And I'm an old-fashioned old fart, and I'm still having problems wrapping my brains around that.
But Bob, you know why that is? The technology is so far advanced that we
Cliff,
see it as
it's a
magic.
million years ahead of it.
And then some. NASA will tell you in their advanced, I don't know how many of you people are aware of it, but in 1995, NASA said we're never going to get to other solar systems by using conventional rockets. So they asked for scientists to think out of the box. And many of the scientists started to think about exotic propulsion systems. Antimatter drive, teleportation, traversable wormholes. And I assure you, I have the documentation. If any of you are in Roswell, my door's not closed to anybody. You can come over there and I'll even be happy to make, on a CD, copies of those reports that they have.
And now all of that, to some people, is commonplace.
Mm-hmm. And if you have, we've known for a long time, if you have an interstellar conveyance, which is a spacecraft capable of flying from the Earth to another solar system in a reasonable amount of time, you actually have a time machine. Case in point. I won't go into detail how I know this, but you have a planet that is 100 light years from planet Earth. They decide to visit planet Earth. It'd take light 100 light years, or 100 light years to reach us from that
The speed
star.
of light takes 100 years.
So the whole situation is they can do it in real time in an hour and 40 minutes. That's traversing what we call space-time. So when they get here, they're seeing the light from their planet 100 light years prior. But you can also travel in and out of different space-time continuums, for lack of a better term. And you can actually view things that have happened in the past. And a lot of times, you may even experience this. Like, you can't shake the feeling you're by yourself, yet there's someone else there. There's someone watching you. That could very well be a person that's from the future observing you in the present. So the time travel, the one thing that there's a natural barrier that's going to keep us from getting that stuff, so we develop the time machine before they do. You mess up the entire space-time continuum, that was to happen. So God in His infinite wisdom ensured that would not happen. However, that doesn't stop you from going back and observing, but there's also a great desire not to do anything to change the future. You only can change the future in the present. If you change the future, you create a whole new universe.
Another timeline.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what they're working on, aren't they?
They're working on that's very dangerous. I'm borrowing liberally from Randy Rooney, who that was one of his favorite sayings. That society is willing to believe the facts when they are presented with the facts, but only if the facts already agree with what they believe. So, and it holds very true in the UFO field.
Okay, so you've seen ships from the future. What do the ships look like?
You asking me or Clifford?
Both of you.
There are many,
Bob,
many,
if you're prepared
many,
to tell the
many
truth about
times
this, I'm listening.
We have many types of aircraft, and we have many societies that are visiting us. And you can't think of it as being aerodynamic aircraft frame. The common circular saucer shape, they have that. They have the blade shape. They even have the cube shape. They have the spherical shape.
They have mothers out there 5 miles long.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. What about the plasma ships, though?
The plasma ships can take it in any form they wish.
Right.
In any time they wish.
Yep.
That's what's so difficult for many of our scientists to come to terms with. We're not talking about distances. We're talking about time. And when these guys come here, they're coming into their past to visit us. Because some of them are a million years ahead of us.
But you want to be careful about that, because can you imagine going back in your past